that we're live. Just go ahead and put your comment. Let us know we can hear you. We want to make sure that you get the best audio. And you know what? I promise we're going to be working on better technology. It's coming up. It's coming up soon, very soon. We're already in the works. And I am excited to say that Ryan will be part of that. So I appreciate your staying up and I appreciate you sticking with us because what we have to share with you it's great content. And like I was saying, Coach Jeimy, I do business coaching and I love to support our businesses in the community and anywhere that we can do it. I think the fact that you jump and the fact that you decide to do it, it says that you have a lot of courage. And a lot of times we're scared. We don't know if we will do it. We have doubts. We don't know if it's going to work. But even though we're scared, we jump, we do it. And faith and perseverance, persistence surprise us with great things. So I think that's part of Ryan's story. Ryan, welcome to Chatting with Jeimy. How are you? Welcome to this segment.
Thank you, Jamie. I am very happy to be here and glad to get all the bugs worked out. So I'm excited now.
Oh yeah, definitely. And one of the things that I can say is, Ryan, you've been doing this for how long? Tell us what is it that your organization does? Is Gwinnett Chatt Outreach. Talk
Yes.
to us about it. What we do with that? What
Okay.
we think about it?
So I started this organization about May of 2019. And so it was a way for me to give back to the community. That was the main reason why I started. And I was wanted to focus on primarily, I started it with focusing on community and police relations. So I saw a lot of things that were going on throughout the country. And I asked myself, what can I do to try to make a difference in the community? And so what I thought first was, I want to work on bridging this gap between the community and the police. So that was the inspiration behind starting the organization in the beginning. So my wife and I, we sat down, we talked about some things and it's working another job. And I was like, well, I think I can make this work. And so we just start putting pen to paper, doing some research. I have a friend in Chicago who runs a nonprofit organization. I spoke with him and asked him about what is it like to run a nonprofit? What does it entail? And I took a trip up to Chicago.
No.
I took a trip up there and I spent the weekend with him. And I said, let me just watch. I was like, I'm not going to be interfere. I just want to sit back and see what your day to day is like. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. And we went up there and I was just mind blown by the things and the impact that he was making in his community. So that's kind of where it started. And then it's been evolving ever since.
Wow. So I guess my question is, were you like, since you were a child, did you feel like you wanted to help out the community? Was this something that was with you before you decided to do it? Talk to us about how the vision with Winnet Chat Outreach started in your life. I know you're telling us this part how it started, but with you, what was that thing that ignited inside of you to know I can do it?
Well, I think it's always been inside of me ever since I was young. One of the things I like to do is I like to help people. I've always been one, if you call me day or night, no matter what, and if you have a problem, you have a question, you need something you need help with, and it's something I would do. So if people call me and they're like, let's say they're on one side of town and I'm on the other side of town and I don't have anything to do, and it's like, hey, I need a ride. I'm like, no problem. Let's go. I'll pick you up.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just kind of started like that. And it's just a situation where it's always be like trying to be a good friend, trying to be a good person. So it was just evolved from there. And then just over the years, just helping as many people as I can in any aspect. It's not always financial. Sometimes it's just figuring out what people need or what they need help with. And I just try to make that happen.
And it's kind of like wanting to make a difference. I was speaking with someone yesterday, and I don't know if that happened to you because it happened to me. It has happened to me for a long time. And she was saying, I always wanted to get involved, helping the community. I just didn't know how. And the ways that I thought that I could do it, what I was trying, it didn't bring any results because as much as I tried, they just kept on saying no. They kept on like pushing me back. Like I tried to bring a dog into a hospital, a kids hospital, children's hospital, and she was told no. And she wanted to start another project and I think it was in her school and she was told no. So it's like as much as she tried, she was always turned down. And now she's part of the Rotary Club, which I am part as well. And now she's able to do it freely. So there's probably people out there that they want to help out. They want to get involved with the community, but they don't know how. So talk to us about that. Like by you being a nonprofit organization, what are the opportunities you offer to the people here in the Gwinnett area? And even if there's somewhere else in any other part of the world, how can they get involved out in the community with a nonprofit organization?
The best way I find to do it is just to go and email. So on my website is gwinnettchat.org. All you need to do is go on
Mm-hmm.
there. There's a form on there that's a volunteer form. And you can go on there and you can fill out your information or you can contact us. There's a contact us page on there. And you can leave a message and say, hey, I like to volunteer or I like to help out. What can I do? And so from there, at
Mm-hmm.
least with my organization, I will send you an email back and you leave a phone number. I will personally call you and let you know about the things that we're doing. So even with some of our programs, we had an event last month where we were working with Berean Christian Church in Snellville. And so what I will do when I put my social media posts out there, I will let people know that we have volunteer opportunities. So I'll put a flyer out there to let people know that it was on a Friday. And I said, this Friday, we're going to be doing a, um, a fundraiser event where we're going to help grandparents who are raising their grandchildren. So once we put that out there, believe it or not, the first person or group to respond was the Gwinnett County Police Department. So they sent about 6 officers to come out and volunteer. And we had so many of them show up that I couldn't take any more volunteers because it was more than what I needed. But they came out, they handed out coats, they helped promote some of my other events. They did a lot. So, but I would say that's the easiest way to get involved is contact them directly. Social media sometimes works best. I would say
Uh-huh.
if they have a public page, try shooting them a DM because if it's a really popular organization, it's going to get lost in the comments. So I would say try to go for the DMs first.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people out there that they want to help out, they want to get involved in the community, and they don't know what to do. They're just afraid. And I think one of the hardest things is to do the first step. But once you do it, once you send that email or make that phone call, it's already out there. The worst thing that can happen is getting a no, or we can talk about it later, but at least you're trying. So if you want to make a difference in your community, you want to feel useful, you want to feel like you're adding value. Join a nonprofit organization in your community, whatever you are, whatever country you are. In this case, we're in Gwinnett. So go ahead and reach out to Ryan. He has different things that he needs volunteers. He
Yes.
so what are you needing help with? What is it that you do? Talk to us about your mission. What are you doing out there, man? Tell me.
So my latest mission that we're doing now, we're trying to raise um awareness and help out single mothers right now. Single mothers, low income mothers. So what we're doing right now, I made an Amazon wish list, and you can go to that wish list and you can purchase items from diapers to bottles to baby wash to wipes. And with that, we're going to try and raise enough to give out to about 50 to 100 mothers throughout the county.
Oh.
And if you want to donate to that, you can. If you want to make just a regular financial donation, you can do that. Or if you want to, once we get enough supplies and we start distributing, you can sign up to be a volunteer. I have it later up. I have it up later, sometime maybe next week. But there'll be a form where you can sign up to be a volunteer to go deliver them to their homes. So that's one of the opportunities that we can do. We have other events where we can talk about later, but some of the events we do where we work with teenagers, we always need chaperones that we can always use. But
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the few things that you could always do. And then with anything, I would say right now the best thing you could do, especially since we're growing, one of the best things you can do is just let people know who we are, spread the word, and just have people follow us on our different social media. That way we can kind of grow and build an audience and let people know about more of the work that we're doing.
That's great. So, come on, guys. If you want to know how you can help out in your community, you want to make a difference. A lot of times we think that if we don't change the whole world, we're not making a difference. But before we even think about that, how about you start changing your world, whatever you are? And that's what you're doing, Ryan. That you're such an inspiration because you're changing your world. You're changing many people's lives, in this case mothers that need the help. You're actually working hard, you're finding different resources so that you can collect the funds to go and help out these people that is in need. So thank you, Ryan. I really appreciate what you're doing. And I guess the other question is, and I'm curious, why chat? What is the chat coming from?
So Chat comes from my hometown is Chattanooga. And
Oh.
so a lot of people there, if you've lived there long enough, they refer to Chattanooga instead of saying their whole name because it's a long name. They say Chat. I'm saying
Mhm.
I'm from Chat. That's where I'm from. So it was a way for me to kind of pay homage to my hometown. So just want the saying, don't forget where you come from. So I put the Chat in there to always remind me where I come from. There you are.
I'm telling you, I don't know, but we're here. We're
Yeah,
here doing this.
I just saw the message. I have Facebook open on my phone and people said they can
Okay,
still see me.
that's great.
Okay.
Well, we'll go ahead and back and join back again or retake cut this piece out of the video. But we're promised the final video will be great and we'll continue to share great content. So we were saying, okay, tell me a story, something that maybe made you shed a tear throughout this whole experience that you've been being part of Gwinnett Chat Outreach.
Okay. So the first story that comes to mind is I was out at Home Depot and Winder, and I had someone who was behind me at a register, and they were talking about how their electric bill was so high that they couldn't afford to run AC anymore. And so they were in there to go buy box fans. And when she got up to the register, I noticed that her card declined. And so when her card declined, I said, you know what, don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and pay for it. So I said, well, if you want, go ahead, grab a couple more, and then I will pay for you to get 3 or 4 box fans. So she comes to tears, she goes and she brings them back, I pay for them. So that's when I got the idea. I was like, I should do this. I'm like, if there's one person right here, there's a lot of people who are in the same situation. So I said, I need to do an event and I need to be able to give this out to the broader community. So I did that and I bought 50 fans. And
Mm.
I decided, I talked to my friend in Chicago and he was like, you should give out a case of water with those too, to just help people cool down for the summer. And so I said, yeah, that's a good idea. So I bought 50 cases of water. And then I put a message out on Facebook and I said, I got 50 box fans and I have 50 cases of water. I would like to double this. Is there anybody who would like to donate to help me double? And I wasn't expecting much. And then probably within a week, I was able to raise 500 more dollars
Mm.
for this specific cause. And then I had an anonymous donor who said, well, if you raise another 500, I will match the $500 that you get. And I was able to do it. And so we were able to give out nearly 200 box fans of water just based off that event.
That is great. It's the difference that and all you need is just one to do it.
Mhm.
And as we get closer to start closing our chat, because we can stay here for the rest of the afternoon, but I want to ask you a question just for the benefit of the ones that are out there. They want to do something like this. They want to start it up, but they are telling to themselves, I can't, I don't have money, I'm not a rich person, I barely make it with my paycheck. Do you need all of that to start helping people or to start doing something like what you're doing? How was your experience?
No, it's more of one, you need to have the will. It's about a mindset, first of all. It does take some funds, but not as much as you would think. I would say probably to get everything started. I'm not going to say it's not anything, but to get everything in place, it's probably going to cost you about $1,000. And that's going to be everything from registering with the IRS to get your nonprofit status, to be able to get all of the paperwork done. You're going to need a lawyer to look over it. You're also going to need to hire, for part of the compliance is going to be getting a registered agent, which is that lawyer where all the mail is going to go through first before it comes back to your physical address. So that's a part of it. Registering with the state of Georgia or whatever state that you're in, and then opening up bank accounts. So there is cost, but I would say it's about $1,000. But I think there's always ways around it. So there's always grant opportunities. There's ways to, if you're passionate enough, just let people know what you're trying to do. And
Mm.
that's what I do. And so like you'll be surprised when you're trying to do good things, just asking. You'll
Yes.
be surprised how many people want to do good. Whereas it's like, and maybe not everybody has like, here's $100, but then like, I have $5. And you just keep building that until you can get what you need to get. And you can do things in pieces. Like everything doesn't have to be done at one time. So like the process of getting approved by our IRS can take about 6 months. So in that 6 months time, you can be working on the rest. And it's just put a little money here and there if you can, or if not, just let people know, hey, this is what it's going to cost me to do it. Can I get people to donate towards this cause?
I
And
mean, they can even do a GoFundMe or something like that if they really want to do it,
yes, yes,
right?
yes, they could. So
It-
it's, yeah, I'm not going to say it doesn't cost anything, but it's like you need to do a little bit of research before you get into it. And then once it all gets started, it's up to you from there. I've never run a nonprofit before. I've never owned my own business before. So I'm still learning as I'm going.
and you're doing it. You're doing it. I mean, what is one of the biggest donors that you have had, like that you can say, okay, this person or this organization made um, a difference in my organization. I don't know if you're allowed to say names, but you can describe how that happened, like that story. If you can talk about these people, and it's up to you if you want to share the name, but how can you reach something that maybe you thought, I don't think it will happen, I don't think people will donate, and all of a sudden you got surprised that actually it did happen?
Yeah. So I go back to my friend in Chicago. His name is
Uh-huh.
Jamal, and his organization is huge in Chicago. And so when I was telling him that I wanted to do this, he was already on board. And so what he said is, well, we're always looking for different ideas and things to do. So he knew that I used to be a chef. He said, so this is what I want you to do. He's like, right now, COVID's going on right now, and we have to do a lot of virtual meetings. He said, so I want you to do a series of cooking videos for me.
Hmm.
And he said, so we're going to promote you. We're going to help you out as much as you can. And he's like, I will pay you every time you do a video. And so that's what he did. And he was able to help me a lot get off the ground and kind of get my name out there and then just kind of go from there.
It's ideas. We just have to use our creativity, but it's the will. It's
Yes.
the will to do it.
And use the people around you. Like if you know people, and you might be surprised at who might help you, or just using people and they're everybody's you know the saying master of was it mass I forget the saying, a jack of all trades, master of none.
Uh-huh.
And so you might find somebody that might be good at one thing, but they're not great at everything. But you have to get creative and think of ways that they might be able to help you. And so it's like, well, I don't know if this will work, but it's like, it doesn't hurt to try and try to get them to get involved in it. That's the best advice I can give right now.
And the advice that I'm gonna give to the people out there, maybe we haven't even talked a lot about this, but when you're starting out, that's my advice. Support those people. Support Ryan. He has, hey Shelly, hey girl. Um, Support them because you starting up, and it's hard when people probably don't believe in you yet. That's
Hmm.
why I like to use that word at the end of the sentence. Yet. But don't wait until Ryan is famous and he's doing big things all over the world, because I believe that you will do that, Ryan. I I chose to believe in your organization and what you're doing, the difference that you're making in this community. And that's why I'm here, because I know Ryan has a big heart. He has a heart of gold, and he's here to help people. So help me support Ryan, his organization. He's a nonprofit. He's helping people out there. And to start closing, what are some of the services that you do, Ryan? The people can say, okay, how can I help? How can I get involved? What is Gwinnett Chatt Outreach doing that I can help? I got some funds that I want to give, but give them a little bit more about what you do so they know, if they help, what is going to be done with that help that they provide.
Okay, so one of the first programs that I don't talk about as much,
Mm-hmm.
but we do. We have a program called Resume Revamp, and what we do, we work with different people in different aspects of human resources. And what that program does is it allows people who have trouble either with their resumes or need help with interviewing, things like that. So when you donate to that, we in turn get people who need help with building resumes, writing cover letters, practice doing mock interviews. So when you donate to that, it helps those people. And so when we're getting the outside funds and somebody needs that help, it's at no cost to them. So any program that we do to help people, regardless of what it is, we don't charge the people who need the help. The main goal is to help people who don't necessarily have the resources to help themselves. So another program that we do is Bridging the Gap. And this is the one for people who don't know, Jeimy and I are both members of the Gwinnett Chamber of Commerce.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the program that I promote there. And so this program, Bridging the Gap, it takes teenagers from Gwinnett County and we partner up with businesses throughout Gwinnett County and we bring them in for an hour to 3 hours, depending on how we want to do it, how the business wants to do it. But we give the teenagers a chance to see what it's like to work in different industries.
Mm.
So, but what we do, that money goes towards that. We charge the businesses, but we also could use outside funding because it's at no cost to the teenagers. So the teenagers are provided free transportation. They're provided with free t-shirts. They're also provided with free meals. And they get to spend that time there just learning about jobs that they don't necessarily always get a chance to hear about. Like everybody says, oh, when I grow up, I want to be in the NBA or I want to be in the NFL. Well, what I'm trying to focus on with this program is, okay, if you want to play in NBA, before we have the tip off, before the game starts, what does it take to get to the point to get that tip off? So
Mm.
what we want to focus on is the people who are in sales, the people who are in accounting, the people who are the trainers, the people who sign the contracts, the people who are scouting players. So we're focusing on that so the teenagers know there's more out here than just being an athlete. Not everybody's athletic, but somebody has to look over the contract. Somebody is going to get 10% of that contract without actually playing. So we want to focus on those type of careers. So that's where you can give money to that. But also, like I mentioned earlier, the events that we do on a month to month basis that when we're just out in the community providing help. But
That is amazing. So, okay, to start wrapping up, and this time is for real. Do me a favor, Ryan. How can people find you? And we're going to be putting all the details on the comments and on the description of the video anyway. So it's going to have a link so that you can follow him on social media, on Instagram, on Facebook. LinkedIn, it's a big place for us. So that's where a lot of the businesses that we deal with are. So we will go ahead and put those links in there so that you can connect with Ryan. But is there any other piece of information that you want to provide to who is listening to us right now so that they can reach out to you directly other than social media?
yes, you can go to my website and it's Gwinnett Chat, and it's chat with two T's, CHATT.org. And so everything that we're doing, everything that we have coming up, all of that information is always on the website. It's also an easy way for you to contact me if you want to email me or you want to get in touch with me. And I try to do a good job of responding to emails in 24 hours. It just depends on how my day goes because some days I have like 5 or 6 meetings, but I do my best to try to respond within 24 hours if possible.
Okay, that's fantastic. So there you go. There you have it. Just go onto his website. We're also going to be putting that information on the content of the video so that you can search him up. And anything helps, right, Ryan?
Anything.
Anything from $1 to $1 million. Hey.
Yes, and it's all tax deductible. We are 501(c)(3) nonprofit, so any money that you donate, just keep your email. It's all 100% tax deductible. So
That
that's
is
always
fantastic.
a good thing
So
to know.
look at that. You're making a difference on someone's life. You're being part of the community. You're being involved. And on top of that, you have a benefit. You can write it off from your taxes. So come on, guys. It's a no-brainer. We're all helping out right here. And if you want to know a little bit more about Ryan and his organization, just like we said, just like their page right now, if you can. The great way that you can help us right now is spread the word about the great work that Ryan is doing. Go ahead and share this video. Hey, it's easy. Just tap on that button right there on the right corner of your screen at the bottom. Do share. There's somebody there will be someone out there that they want to help out, that they want to get involved, and they want to bless. Because the kids, I love that idea of what you guys are doing with the kids, that you're taking the kids on tours and it's hands-on. So not only you're teaching the kids or giving them an opportunity to choose a career or to, pick or know what they want to do, but also you're going to benefit the company that is donating or giving the amount of money, whatever they're giving for this. They also get videos, right? So if you have a business and you want your business to participate in this, how can you call it, on this movement, and
Mhm.
you want your business to be part of this, then reach out to Ryan because he can go ahead and tell you what he does and the different services, and you guys can work something together. So it's about helping, it's about making a difference, not maybe changing the whole world, but changing my world. And what Martin Luther King said, everybody can be great
Yes,
because everybody can serve.
right.
So you don't have to be the president of the United States to make a difference in wherever you are. It's all you need is the will. So anything that you want to say before we leave, Ryan?
No,
Something else you want to share?
I would just
Leave
say
with us.
just follow my social media pages, spread the word, let people know about the things that we're doing. That's about it. Just if you like to get involved, just contact us and sign up to do some volunteer work sometimes.
Okay. Well, you have a big fan out there, Emma. She's been
Uh,
with
that's
us all the time. So
that's my
who's
mom.
Emma?
That's my mom.
Yeah, you see, I always say I think one of our biggest supporters are our mamas. If
Yes,
you want to talk about a big or great businessman or a great person making a difference out there, that's our mamas backing us out, always supporting us. I think they're one of our biggest cheerleaders. I
yes,
think so thank you, Mama. Thank you, Emma, for for your support, for being there, and for sharing. So come on, guys, go ahead and share this video. Help me spread the word about what Ryan is doing. And thank you so much, Ryan, to being with us today. We apologize at the beginning. We had a lot of issues, but with the help of Ryan and other things and making some changes, we're going to start doing better videos. So stay
yes,
tuned. Go ahead and like this page. Hey, if you haven't liked Coach Jeimy, go ahead and like the page. We're going to be bringing great content. Go ahead and do it. And this is not about me, this is about my guests, but I want to make sure to take the opportunity also to do it. So I don't know. I had an idea, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm the type of person that I jump.
okay,
Just ideas come to my head, and this just came to my mind, and let's see if it works. Okay. So we
okay,
put it out there. The worst thing that we can get is a no or nothing happens, but let's put it out there to see what happens. So Coach Jeimy wants to be able to support the organization. And a way that I was thinking is, you see this, Coach Jeimy has her
uh,
pillows. So Coach Jeimy has her own pillow, and this is something that can help you, can remind you that you always can maximize your potential. So I think it's about 14 by 15 by 14. Is not a huge cushion, but this is what I am going to do. If you give us a donation, if you pay or you buy, if you buy this, okay, all I'm asking is for $30, $50 of the proceeds of this pillow. So basically you're just gonna be paying for me to order this pillow so that I can give it to you. The rest of that is gonna go to Ryan's organization. So I
Uh,
just thought about that. Trust me, I wasn't even thinking about it. I had it there, but a great way that we can support to send some funds Ryan's way is go ahead and order your pillow. So if you order a Coach Jeimy pillow, and what I'm gonna do is you just go onto my website, or you go ahead and put your comment down in the comments, say I want a pillow. So I will go ahead and order the pillow for you, get you the pillow, and Ryan is going to be getting 50% of the proceeds of the pillow.
uh,
So the minimum will be $30. If you want to give more than that, fantastic. Anything extra aside from what I'm going to be paying for that is going to be going to Ryan. So today, that's the time we have. If you want to do it, let's go ahead and do it. It just came out of my crazy imagination. I'm like that. I'm sorry. Please don't judge me. Please don't judge me. That's just me, authentic Jeimy, that just comes out with some ideas. But I think it's a way that we can go ahead and do it aside from putting the word out there of what Ryan does. So thank you so much for being with us, for sticking with us, for being so patient. If you're not gonna get the pillow, fine. That's perfectly fine. But share this video because it's going to talk about the great work that Ryan is doing out there with Gwinnett Chatt Outreach. All right, guys, it was great having you. Ryan, thank you so much for joining me.
all right. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you for the chance to donate to me as well. I really appreciate it.
Okay, whatever we can do to support the division, we will go ahead and do it. And you have a blessed day. Thank you for joining us today. And don't forget, go ahead and share. All right, guys, thank you so much. It was good seeing you.
Thank you.
Let me see if I can. Don't leave me, Ryan. I'm
Okay.
just gonna go ahead and stop the live stream. Bye bye.